If you play defense, Jake Piseno is the player to watch in the 2025 PLL season. He's dominating both ends of the field, delivering massive checks and then pushing transition for points. Piseno's play is proof that elite stick skills are a must for top defenders today. He already has 5 points through 4 games and is dominating on his one-on-one matchups. In this video, I'll show what makes Jake Piseno so good so you can play just like him. Let's get into it. Here, Piseno shows the dodge that'll get you more goals as a pull. After a dead ball being any outlet to pass and off screen, Piseno's pushing upfield. That sense of urgency is why he can beat every Water Dogs midi down the field in the break. As Piseno pushes, he finds himself in a 3v4 situation with a trailer closing in. Piseno realizes 2 things about this situation. The first is that the defense isn't sliding to him, so while he could shoot from deep, he knows there's a better opportunity. By winding up, he freezes the defense and pushes at the cage. The key with this shot is the release point. Instead of releasing normally, Piseno keeps a stick in front of his face to avoid getting checked by the trailer. Releasing straight over the top also makes it very hard for the keeper to read. Here, Piseno shows how to get more assists as a defender. Piseno comes up with his GB off the face, and what I love about it is his exit. When he picks it up, he exits with one hand. One-hand exits allow you to move your stick away from the on-ball pressure while also keeping your speed. Piseno then hits Tarafanko in the middle of the field. At this point, most players would sub off like this Water Dogs player, but Piseno realizes if he stays on the field, they'll have the numbers advantage. As they push downfield, notice how Piseno keeps space with Tarafanko to make the slides longer for the Water Dogs defense. Piseno can then catch and dump to Kavanaugh for the finish. If you notice another team subbing, stay on the field and push transition. Here, Piseno shows how simple defense wins games. Piseno's isolated up top against Hannah. The first thing I want you to notice is his footwork. Instead of running and crossing his feet, Piseno stays with Hannah by using kick steps. This lets him keep his hips square and avoid getting tied up when Hannah chooses a direction. When Hannah gets into shooting range, Piseno throws this long poke check. Players misunderstand this as an attempt to get a takeaway. The point of a poke check like this is to force Hannah to choose a direction. The farther out Piseno can force Hannah one way, the easier it is for him to react and for the entire defense to react. That poke check is why this coverage looks so easy. It forces Hannah to dodge horizontally and kills all of his dodging options. As he's fading away, Piseno harasses his bottom hand, never giving up the easy pass. Here, Piseno shows how to throw checks that get takeaways. Piseno's playing off ball as McCardle bumps and receives his pass. He comes out to chase and can get a takeaway with just one check. The secret's in the placement. Elite defenders know that hammering the bottom hand of your matchup is the best way to get takeaways. While the second wrap check is what actually dislodges the ball, the first check shakes McCardle up. The ball is rattling around in the stick instead of deep inside his pocket. Then when Piseno throws the wrap, it comes out easily. Dodgers have all of the leverage in that bottom hand, so if you can disrupt it, good things will happen. Here, Piseno shows the football skill that scouts love in lacrosse players. Carolina gets a turnover and quickly outlets the ball into the middle of the field. This play should be an easy fast break for them, but Piseno isn't going to let that happen. It's simple, but as an LSM, when you get released from the box, you have to hustle as hard as possible to prevent any fast breaks. Notice how Piseno is running to where the ball will be, not where it is. Pursuit angles are a basic football concept, but lacrosse players forget they also apply. By hustling into the hole where the dodger will be, Piseno can disrupt the shot at the last second. Real quick, if you want to support the channel, we're doing a merch drop on June 30th, 12 p.m. EST. Check the link in the description for a link that will get you in 3 hours before the public can get into the drop so you can secure your merch. We're only doing 80 pieces of clothing in this first drop, so make sure you get in quick. Let's get back to the video. Here, Piseno shows us what to do with our sticks when we slide. Piseno's man passes upfield and cuts to the inside. That makes Piseno the hot slide as this midi attacks downfield. Piseno immediately slides out to the Dodgers. Some people may see this as an early slide, but it doesn't really matter because he fully commits to it. Players run into issues when they second guess whether they should have slid or not. What I like about this clip though is where Piseno's stick is. By sliding with his stick up, he blocks the vision of the passer and forces him to feed the ball around his stick. The one thing I would say with sliding like this is to make sure you still focus on your approach. If you start chasing players with your stick above your head, you're going to get beat. So slide with your stick in the lane and then come down on the Dodgers' hands. This time, Piseno shows how approach angles can shut down Dodgers. Piseno's man is coming out of the box, and instead of sitting back and waiting for him, he pushes out. By meeting his man this far out, it does a couple of things. First, since he's upfield, he can easily funnel him down the side of the field, giving up the middle. Second, since he's forcing one direction early, the rest of the defense can now prepare a slide. So when the Dodger gets a step on him, Smith can easily slide onto the ball. Now back to the original approach angle. Because he forced the Dodger one way so close to the sideline, they end up in this dead area of the field where the Dodger has no help. So when the slide comes, Piseno can double, knowing that the Dodger doesn't have any immediate outlet options. On the double, Piseno stays patient, playing his side off the ball and can get the trail check. Here Pacino shows how to get more takeaway checks on our matchups. Pacino starts his matchup dead square against Aimant. Directly behind the cage, there isn't much of a reason to send Aimant one way or another. Take a look at the initial poke from Pacino. The point of this check is to force Aimant to pick a direction. The key though is how Pacino stays in this low athletic position and doesn't overextend with the poke. As a defender, you can throw aggressive checks, but you fall into trouble when you fall off balance. When Aimant chooses a direction, Piseno comes into a shuffle to cut off his dodging angle. By making early contact, he forces Aimant to dodge horizontally instead of vertically. When Aimant then comes around this pick, look at how Piseno is just harassing his bottom hand. He knows that's where all the leverage is, so when Aimant tries to shovel past, it comes up short, causing a turnover. To me, Jake Piseno is the ultimate model of where long poles are going. If you can't score and have elite stick skills, you're going to have trouble playing at the next level. Piseno has a bright future ahead of himself in the PLL, and I can't wait to watch it. If you enjoyed this video and want to support the channel, please check out the link in the description to get early access to the G League merch drop on June 30th, 12 p.m. EST. We're only selling 80 pieces, so it's first come, first serve. Thank you for watching.